So, recently on Facebook, and you can follow me on Facebook or add me on Facebook right now. I'm not too big of a celebrity to where I don't just add people for no reason. I made a post of giving my Super Bowl prediction, and it was the New Orleans Saints versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, there was a lot of reasons behind that, but the main reason I would say is Drew Brees, Super Bowl winning quarterback, a long time ago. Well, not that long, but a bit ago. And Ben Roethlisberger, two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. There's this sort of notion that doesn't really mean that much. It means a lot, without question. And here's my thing. When it comes to the NFC in general, I think a lot of people are having a tough time deciding who the best team is. Because you have essentially inexperience versus experience, but you also have good and hot, and young and fresh and ready to go, versus old and inconsistent. The thing is, though, when it comes to making predictions, unless you're from the future or really lucky, you're just going to get them wrong. The reason I'm so apprehensive of, I want to pick the Vikings, it's got to go through Minnesota, Minnesota can get loud, Minnesota wants it, Minnesota. The reason I'm not picking the Vikings is because of Case Keenum. There's a point for what I'm talking about and a point against it, and I'm going to make the point for after the point against it, so you remember the point for more. Trent Dilfer was bad. Brad Johnson. I think Joe Flacco was terrible. And Russell, but my thing is, with those teams, even with Russell Wilson, when he was first in the Super Bowl, yes, I dare say this, Tom Brady, in his first Super Bowl ever against the best show on turf, St. Louis Rams, back when they were in St. Louis, what did they have? What did all those quarterbacks have? Experienced, well-coached rosters around them. The New England Patriots, they had recently made it to the Super Bowl. It wasn't super recent, but it was a few years earlier under Bill Belichick, and they had a very good roster, especially on the defense, around Tom Brady. So the counterpoint is Tom Brady did it in his first big run. Well, take a look at who's around them. And I know that the counter argument is, well, the Rams got a good defense, the Vikings got a good defense. Where's that experience coming from? Where's that supplement, we don't have experience, but we have this guy coming from? Teams can just get hot. That's another huge counterpoint. Teams can just get hot. Okay, after that wild card round, every team in the NFL playoffs will be hot. Okay, it's the top two choices for prom queen. Okay, they're both super hot. Their hotness isn't going to make the difference. Okay, it's going to be who is more experienced and who is going to get more votes, who's more popular. That's who's going to take home the crown. And that metaphor kind of works for what I'm trying to say. And my huge counterpoint, and I feel like there's not a huge rebuttal for it, is Peyton Manning. How many years did it take Peyton Manning to win a Super Bowl? 8. He at 9 years old didn't think Peyton Manning was ever going to win a Super Bowl. He was never. I remember the year he won the Super Bowl in the conference championship game against the New England Patriots. He threw a pick six to Asante Samuel. I remember my dad going, man, this guy just can't beat the Patriots. As you know, he did beat the Patriots. He did beat the Bears. Peyton Manning was he was a better regular season quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady just does another level in the postseason. And what does Peyton Manning do? He disappears. What does Jared Goff do in the postseason? What does Case Keenum do in the postseason? What does Nick Foles do in the postseason? Or Carson Wentz, even though he's not playing? What does Blake Bortles do in the postseason? We're not really talking about the AFC today, but what does he do in the postseason? We're not going to see Jags Vikings in the Super Bowl, even though people are picking that. People are picking Jags Rams. Lights are a little bit brighter. The room's a little bit hotter. The eyes are a little bit wider. Okay, the people watching are a little bit louder. You're not facing the 0-16 Browns. Also a discussion for another video. You have Drew Brees coming to town. You're looking up at the clock, Case Keenum. You got to put together a drive because it's the middle of the second quarter and you've had nothing but 3 and outs this entire game. You're down by 17 points and you got to put together a drive because if you don't put together a drive now, you're going to watch the Saints in the Super Bowl. Is Case Keenum the type of quarterback that's going to step up? And I think that was a huge thing when it came to the Panthers in the Super Bowl. It's every single step of the way, even during the regular season when they almost went 16-0, they never were behind. They never trailed. They never knew what that felt like. Then they get in the Super Bowl and they trail. And now they're scrambling and they don't know what to do. Maybe Jared Goff will rise to the occasion. Maybe the Rams will win the Super Bowl. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But history tells I'm not wrong about that. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Let me know by clicking the like button down below. Make sure you subscribe for even more of the Connor Pena Sports Show, but most importantly of all, have a great day.